I'm Jack Friery. We've decided to do this brief video to introduce me to you in preparation for our Fundamentals of the FAR course, and for me to tell you a little bit about the course itself. To begin with, my bio, very briefly, I was born and raised in New York City. I went to law school and then went in the U.S. Army for 4 years after law school. But my career in federal government contracting began when I got out of the Army. My first job happened to be with the Army Materiel Command, where I got involved in federal contracting on the government side. And for about 10 years, in a couple of different positions, I helped federal contracting officers with contract issues. I left the government, went to work for a law firm in Washington, D.C., doing government contract litigation. And following that, subsequently joined two different big defense contractors, Hughes Aircraft Company in Los Angeles and SAIC, ultimately here in San Diego. And there, of course, I was involved in federal contracting on the contractor side. In addition to working in the government contract field, I've been very active for a lot of years in two different organizations. The American Bar Association Public Contract Section has members, legal members, both in the contractor and the government community, and I've been a member of the ABA for a couple of decades now. I'm very active in the public contract section, and I've in fact helped write a couple of books on government contracting for the ABA. I've also been a member of an organization that I recommend to each one of you, and that's the National Contract Management Association. I've been a member for somewhere around 20 years now. I was a member when I lived in LA, and I've been a member here in San Diego for a lot of years. I was on the board of the San Diego chapter, and I've achieved some certifications from NCMA. I'm an NCMA fellow, which is an honorary title I'm very proud of. And I've also qualified to be a certified federal contract manager and a certified commercial contract manager. Now, beyond my background, the course itself is to give you an overview of the federal acquisition regulation, which can be awfully complicated. I'm going to show you a couple of things going in, and that's how to use the FAR and what's in the FAR. There are certain sections of the FAR that are going to be highlighted in our discussions. The overall policy and the kind of flexibility that you may not know that you have in dealing with the FAR, either as a government member of the community or as a contractor member of the community. We'll talk a little bit about how to bid and what happens if you bid incorrectly for a federal government job. And then what's important for a lot of us, because most of us don't win every contract we bid, what happens when you lose, what remedies you have, and what alternatives and options that you have to get back in the game. We'll talk then at some length about contract performance and the disputes process. During the course of the course, I'll have you look at the FAR. I'm not going to have you read the FAR. That's a little like reading a telephone book. But I want to have you go through the course titles in each section, and I'll assign them as we go along. And then I'll have you do exercises. Now, they take a number of different formats. I'm going to have you doing a PowerPoint presentation for your manager. I'll have you do a little briefing for your fellow workers. I'll have you do true-false questions and multiple choice questions about some of the hot topics in the federal acquisition reg. We'll do this once a week. And then, in addition to the course material, we have lectures every week that I've narrated. So you'll have PowerPoints that you can look at independent of my narration, also with the narration. And then a couple of, I think, very valuable assets to the online course. There's a discussion board where every week I'll pose a question. And here you're talking not so much to me, but you're talking to your fellow students and commenting on their comments, which is an awfully valuable process. And then during the course of the session, I'm going to use a blog to have you talk about things that are a little off topic. I'm going to let you talk to other students in the class about their experiences in the field, and you'll get a chance to introduce yourself, as I'm doing to you right now. So beyond that, if there are any questions as we proceed, please get with me. My mobile number is on the Blackboard syllabus page, and also my email address. And I wish you all the very best luck in our course as we proceed.